It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So yesterday it did not snow. The snow is really done this time, but that's okay because I got to walk around in some ice and not fall, and that was good enough for me. So, had to play in a poker tournament at 10 a.m. here at the Sands Regency, live on location in Reno, Nevada. 12 players, $25 buy-in plus a $5 bonus, basically. So you pay $20 for the tournament, and then you pay $5, and that goes into a bounty fund. And anyone you knock out, you get $5. Then there's another $5 that makes $30, and that's for the dealer pool. And of course, if you don't do that, not only does everyone hate you, but you are at a distinct disadvantage. You get bonus chips for those extra $5, relatively more than you should compared to what you get for when you start. So then you can add on for $10 and get another 2,000 chips. So you have like 6,000, 8,000 chips. Blinds start at $25.50, so it gives the impression of a deep stack tournament, except the blinds double every 15 minutes. So after an hour, blinds are 200, 400, 400, 800, and it no longer is a deep stack tournament. So everyone that plays this tournament plays in it every day. There's always that one tourist. Yesterday was me, and so no one wants the tourists in there, so they pick on the tourists, which is good if you get cards because they'll play back at you to kind of get rid of you. But unfortunately, I wasn't getting the right cards. So I finished in 11th. I played for about 70 minutes, and I had 8s. I went all in. Someone called with queens, and someone else called with 3s. I didn't say they were good. I just said that they played every day. And there was no help on the flop, so that was it. But it was still a fun tournament. I mean, I would play it again. They're not very good players, and it's definitely a positive expectation playing in that tournament. Everyone's really nice, too. So anyway, so there's 12 people, there's 2 people that cash, but they chop all the time because they're all friends and they know each other, right? So I came by later in the day and I said, so how'd the tournament turn out? They did a 4-way chop. Can you imagine? So everyone got like $80. So see, they're not in it for the money. The other reason that these people don't usually want tourists in their tournaments too is because tourists don't want to chop. Because, you know, what's the point? So, I didn't really have any memorable hands, you know. It was a pretty even distribution of hands, but the flop never hit me. I was able to take a lot of pots down with continuation bets, and that's at this day and age with continuation bets being very, I would say you can say that continuation bets are omnipresent. Okay. Well, if you are knocking people out of hand almost at will with continuation bets, then you know that the players aren't very sophisticated, and that's how I could tell. But you still need good cards to win a little bit. And the fact that I lasted as long as I did had more to do with the success of the continuation bets rather than the deck ever hitting me. But the deck hit me fine at the Sands on Monday. Good enough for me. So then, let's see. Before the tournament started at 10, I woke up too early. I went and registered for it, and then what am I going to do? So I said, well, you know, I have a job now. I can play negative expectation games and not feel bad about it. And there's one craps dealer at the craps table. He's got the little barrier up so the table's shorter, and so he's everything. He's the stick man. He's everything. It's a one-man show. And I said, what the hell? So I gave him $100, and they have 10 times odds with a $5 flat bet. I'm not doing that shit. So I did, you know, double odds, 4 times odds. If you don't get comps on your odds, there's no reason to take them. I mean, the bet on the pass line is not the same as an odds bet. The bet on the pass line wins more often because the 7 comes more often than the 2 and the 12. 3 and 11 cancel out, of course. So the reason you're betting the odds is because you increase your volatility and because you get comps on your odds. If you don't get comps on your odds, if they only rate your play based on your flat bet, then it doesn't matter what odds you put out. It's a common misconception about craps. It is not necessarily better to put 5 on the line and 20 behind than 25 on the line, because that 25 on the line is going to get paid more often because 7 happens more often than 2 and 12. But, you know, people don't like to talk about that shit, 100 times odds and all that. It is really meaningless, and that's why casinos do it. That's why the smart casinos offer better odds, because they know if they're not counting the odds. Back when casinos only allowed double odds on all the numbers, maybe triple on 6 and 8, back then, they counted the odds as part of your bet, and then you got better crumb scores. So then max odds, that's fine. I no longer know of a single casino that offers odds, that offers comps on your odds. And if I knew of it, I would play there all the time, but it just doesn't work that way. So anyway, I usually bet the don't. I decided not to because I wanted to watch the guy's hands, because, you know, I do this too now on the weekends, right? So I wanted to see if I could pick up a couple tips. Well, he was so fast, and he wasn't sloppy, but he's been doing this for 20 years, so he's got his own little ways. The thing that I really wanted to do was hear things that were for being on stick. So like if someone rolls a 12, you can say lots of dots. Never heard that one before, but that's going right in the arsenal. I like lots of dots. It's a lot better than saying midnight every time. So, and he didn't know why 4 is Little Joe either. No one knows why 4 is Little Joe. No one does. It's really annoying. Let's see. Then I went to Tahoe. And Tahoe is over there. It's an hour. South Lake Tahoe is an hour over the hill. And between Carson City and South Lake Tahoe, you have to drive over Spooner Summit. And well, let's just say that they have not cleared the roads all the way yet. So I'm going 30 miles an hour on Highway 50 like an old man. Because I had my spider spikes in the trunk, but I didn't want to put them on because the only parts of the road that had ice on them were the parts in the shade. So most of the time you could go faster. But I haven't driven in snow or ice in about 10 years. I didn't want to take any chances. I remember how to do it now, driving home much easier. So I played 9-6 jacks better, 5-play dollars, lost 95 bucks, and then I played, that was it. I went back home, came back to Reno. It's not home anymore. And let's see, I played blackjack at the Sands, and I won 120 bucks before I went to work, and then I went to work, and then after work I went to the Calneva, and I played 10-7 double bonus of dollars and won 100 bucks. For the trip, I'm now at $482. That's pretty amazing, really, because I haven't played a lot of positive games, but I'm happy, you know. It just means I can go to Vegas in the winter instead of in the spring. So that's time we have today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email Joel at joelshitshow.com. You should go on YouTube, and you're already on YouTube. Search for Truckee Bagel commercial. Funny commercial that they keep showing on TV here.